प्राप्स्यामि त्वं यशोदायां नन्दपत्न्यां भविष्यसि। अथाहं अंशभागेन देवक्या पुत्रतां शुभे प्राप्स्यामि त्वं यशोदायां नन्दपत्न्यां भविष्यसि। अहम् अंशभागेन देवक्या पुत्रतां शुभे प्राप्स्यामि त्वं यशोदायां नन्दपत्न्यां भविष्यसि। अथाहम् अंशभागेन देवक्यां पुत्रतां शुभे प्राप्स्यामि त्वं यशोदायां नन्दपत्न्यां भविष्यसि। अथ therefore aham I amshabhagena by my plenary expansion devakya of Devaki putratam the son shubhe O all auspicious yogamaya prapsyami I shall become tvam you Yashodayam in the womb of Mother Yashoda, Nandapatnyam in the wife of Maharaj Nanda, Bhavishyasi shall also appear. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. O all auspicious Yogamaya, I shall then appear with my full 6 opulences as the son of Devaki, and you will appear as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, the queen of Nanda Maharaj. The queen of Maharaj Nanda. Please repeat this translation after me. O all auspicious Yogamaya, I shall then appear with my full 6 opulences as the son of Devaki, and you will appear as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, the queen of Maharaj Nanda. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word Amshabhagena is important in this verse. In Bhagavad Gita 10.42, the Lord says, Athava bahunaitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekam shena sthito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Everything is situated as a part of the Supreme Lord's potency. In regard to Lord Krishna's appearance in the womb of Devaki, Brahma played a part also, because on the bank of the milk ocean, he requested the Supreme Personality of Godhead to appear. A part was also played by Baladeva, the first expansion of Godhead. Similarly, Yogamaya, who appeared as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, also played a part. Thus, Jiva Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, and Shakti Tattva are all integrated with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when Krishna appears, he appears with all his integrated parts. As explained in previous verses, Yogamaya was requested to attract Sankarshana, Baladeva, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, and this was a very heavy task for her. Yogamaya naturally could not see how it is possible for her to attract Sankarshana. Therefore, Krishna addressed her as Shubhe, auspicious, and said, "Be blessed, take power from me, and you'll be able to do it." By the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, anyone can do anything, for the Lord is present in everything, all things being his parts and parcels, amshabhagena, and increasing or decreasing by his supreme will. Balaram was only 15 days older than Krishna. By the blessings of Krishna, Yogamaya became the daughter of Mother Yashoda. But by the supreme will, she was not able to enjoy the parental love of her father and mother. Krishna, however, although not actually born from the womb of Mother Yashoda, enjoyed the parental love of Mother Yashoda and Nanda. By the blessings of Krishna, Yogamaya was able to achieve the reputation of being the daughter of Mother Yashoda, who also became famous by the blessings of Krishna. Yashoda means one who gives fame, Yasha. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Kam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Yat kripatamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Lord Krishna is further instructing Yogamaya that she not only has to transfer Balaram from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, she also has to appear as the daughter of Yashoda and Maharaj Nanda. And Krishna says, I shall appear with my full 6 opulences as the son of Devaki. So God, Krishna, he chooses, selects his parents. He chooses to appear when he wants, as he wants, to whom he wants. That freedom we don't have. As tiny living entities, we are forced to appear in this material world. And that also, we don't have a choice whom we shall select as parents. Because depending on in which family we are born, correspondingly, the upbringing, the childhood, the facilities, the atmosphere, the influence, everything is decided by that. If we had a choice, then maybe we would not have appeared as the son of some poor parents. If we had the choice, we would have selected nice body. But we don't have a choice. On the contrary, the Supreme Lord appears in a spiritual form. And that form is his own form. His own form. And even though he has his original form as Krishna, he can choose to appear in a spiritual form which looks like a material form. The spiritual form we cannot see. We don't have the power of vision to see any spiritual form in our present condition in the material world. Even Brahma cannot see the spiritual form of Krishna. Nobody can see. But Krishna appears as an incarnation in this material world, and he chooses to become visible. And he chooses to become visible in a form that resembles a human being, that resembles a boar, that resembles a fish, that resembles anything that he chooses. A woman, Mohini, or he can appear invisible. Can appear in an invisible form and do whatever he wants to do. He need not even appear in any form. Just by his will, his agents will carry out the activity. So, Krishna is Swarat, completely independent. But here, it is said, Amshabhagena aham devakyaha putratam. I will appear as the son of Devaki, Amshabhagena, by my plenary expansion. What's the meaning of plenary expansion? Expansion means Krishna is there and he also expands as another form. That's the meaning of expansion. So one form becomes two, or one form can become millions of forms. He expands into millions of expansions. Now, plenary expansion means with the full powers that Krishna has, with all those powers, he will expand. That's why Prabhupada says in the spiritual world, 1 plus 1 equal to 1. And 1 minus 1 is also equal to 1. So when he expands, in plenary expansion, he expands with his full powers. When he expands as a partial incarnation, only some powers that are required for that incarnation, that will be manifest. Like Prithu Maharaj is the expansion of the power of the Supreme Lord to rule over everyone in this world. So Prithu Maharaj is a partial incarnation. So Krishna will appear as the son of Devaki with full 6 opulences. 6 opulences because Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has his 6 opulences to an unlimited degree. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Parashara Muni's definition of Bhagavan. Samagrasya, sum total of all the wealth, all the power, all the fame, etc. All 6 opulences. Sum total of all that in existence. And more. Because unlimited. So he appears as the son of Devaki, and he is ordering Yogamaya to appear as the daughter of Mother Yashoda. Which Yashoda? The queen of Maharaj Nanda. So Prabhupada explains that Krishna himself has declared in the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, after he describes in what different forms Arjuna can meditate in this material world on Krishna, which physical forms. So Krishna lists, he says, first of all, I have got unlimited opulences, even in the material world. But I shall just give some indication of a few such opulences of my physical forms in this world. And he lists 82 different forms, the 10th chapter. At the end, he says, what is the need for all this detailed knowledge about my various forms in this material world? Simply with a single fragment of myself. Vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam. Vishtabhya means I enter into this material world and I pervade and support this entire universe. Ekamshena sthito jagat. Jagat means this entire universe. And I pervade means I am present everywhere in the entire universe. See that form, Paramatma. As Paramatma, Krishna has entered with a single fragment, Ekam Shena, single fragment. The single fragment he enters as Paramatma, and as Paramatma is present in everybody's heart, all living entities' heart. He's also entered into every material atom. So as Paramatma is everywhere, throughout the creation, complete control, fully conscious. So, this itself is sufficient to understand what is the power of the Supreme Lord. What is the power of the Supreme Lord? A yogi can expand his consciousness by doing tapasya and developing some mystic power that he can read others' mind. He can create one planet in this universe. He can control some few living entities completely. Like that. But all those powers a yogi can develop are always limited. And among different yogis, Each one has got different quantity of power. Each one has got different quantity of power. So one yogi, if he has more power than another yogi, then that yogi who has less power can be controlled by the yogi who has more power. Like that, everybody has different degrees of power. But among all the living entities in this entire universe, Brahma has the greatest power. Brahma has the greatest power. Topmost living being. He is empowered by Krishna himself. Of course, everybody derives power from Krishna only. There is no other source for anyone's power. Like when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, what is the source of your strength that you defy me? So Prahlad's answer was not direct. He said, the source of my strength is same as the source of your strength, is the same as the source of everyone's strength in the entire world. And that source is a single source, the Supreme Personality of God. So Krishna only gives everybody their powers, their intelligence, their beauty. So it is a small, tiny, very tiny fragment of Krishna's own opulences that we may possess some opulence. Including Brahma. Everyone has a tiny fragment, of course, to different degrees, different people have. Krishna's own opulences. So therefore, when Krishna is described in the Bhagavad Gita, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno. Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means he is the master of all mystic yogis. He is the lord of all the yogis. Because it is he who gives the yogis the power. And as far as his mystic power is concerned, Krishna's own mystic powers, they are unlimited. They are unlimited. Whereas any yogi's mystic powers are always limited. Maximum a yogi can have 8 major siddhis, 8 minor siddhis, and 4 auxiliary siddhis. This is explained in the 11th canto by Krishna himself when he's instructing Uddhava. So that is also specific powers somebody can have. And with those powers, they may try to lord over others. But then the lording ability is decided by their own karma and the karma of the other people. If I don't have the karma to lord over you, even if I possess some mystic power, I cannot do anything to you. Just like Durvasa Muni tried to show his mystic power and he tried to teach a lesson to Ambarish Maharaj. Now, Ambarish, being a pure devotee, cannot be under the control of anybody else other than the Supreme Lord directly. There is a position of a pure devotee. Directly under Krishna. Fully protected by Krishna always. So as soon as he attempted to create one demon to attack Ambarish Maharaj, immediately the Sudarshan Chakra came and finished off that demon. Durvasa Muni understood who is Ambarish Maharaj. But still, even after that, instead of begging forgiveness from Ambarish Maharaj, he's thinking, I will use my mystic power to escape from this Sudarshan Chakra. Again, he doesn't know what is the power of Sudarshan Chakra. He is thinking relatively. Vishnu, by his power, he has released that Sudarshan Chakra. By his mystic power. But I have got my mystic power. I can escape. I can travel anywhere in the universe. When he tried to use his power to escape, he saw it's not possible to escape from the Sudarshan Chakra. Then he thought maybe there are some powerful devatas who can help me out. For the time being, I'm unable to escape. I can take shelter of some devata. See, he's so foolish and ignorant. He doesn't know that all the devatas are subordinate to Vishnu. But he doesn't know. And in ISKCON, even a most neophyte devotee knows this. You see the difference between a devotee and other categories of transcendentalists. Even though a devotee is just a beginner in Krishna consciousness, because of having come in contact with a pure devotee, Prabhupada, a devotee knows better than any other transcendentalist about Krishna. Devotee may not know so many other things, mystic powers and all that. But he knows this much, that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Everybody else is subordinate to him. That much the devotee knows. See, Draupadi, when she was in that vicious assembly where she was attempted to be insulted by Duryodhana and party. So she appealed to all the elders as a matter of etiquette. But when nobody could help her, she knew only one thing, that I can only be saved by Krishna. That is because she is a devotee. That is because she is a devotee. You see? So only devotees know who is Krishna. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yat cha asmi tatvataha. In truth, to know Krishna is only possible by devotional service. Not by mystic yoga, not by tapasya, not by cultivating all kinds of spiritual knowledge. Somebody may be expert in having studied all the Vedas, but that doesn't guarantee that he will know who is Krishna. So in Brahma Samhita, it is very simple. It's told. Vedeshu durlabham. It is very difficult to even approach Krishna by studying the Vedas or through all the Vedic methods, recommended processes other than bhakti. It is not possible to even approach Krishna. Forget about understanding Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye. Among human beings, those who are civilized, those who are cultured, even among them, very few will be interested in what is the perfection of human life. That perfection, Siddhi, is described in the Bhagavad Gita as liberation from this material bondage of repeated birth and death. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosha anudarshanam. Anudarshanam means repetition. So this repetition of birth and death. To become free from this, even as a very primary purpose of human life, that itself, many thousands and thousands of civilized, cultured human beings may not know. So that is the position of our material existence. In this material world, the illusory energy is so bewildering that even learned scholars do not know that the goal of human life is to free oneself from this repetition of birth and death. This is the fundamental problem. That itself they may not know. And among those who have already attained this Siddhi, Siddhi means here liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tattvataha. Simply by getting liberation from the cycle of birth and death, it is not sufficient to know Krishna, to understand Krishna, to approach even Krishna. Liberated souls also cannot approach Krishna merely because they are liberated. So the Kumaras, it is described in the Bhagavatam, were once wandering carefree because they are liberated souls. They happened to enter into Vaikuntha. Now, the question may be raised, how can they enter Vaikuntha? Just because they are liberated souls? No. Liberated souls also cannot enter Vaikuntha. They can go up to Brahma Jyoti, the spiritual sky, and they can wander in the spiritual sky, but they cannot enter Vaikuntha. So it is only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, that they were able to enter Vaikuntha. But even Vaikuntha, they were stopped at the 7th gate and they became very angry. See the Lord's Leela. First 6 gates, there were doorkeepers, correct? They are guarding. So they didn't stop. 7th gate, 2 doorkeepers by name Jaya and Vijaya. They said, who are these small boys trying to enter here. What business they have? What serious work they have, or what serious business they have in Vaikuntha? So they stopped them. So the Lord is performing, of course, his pastime, but he is also teaching us, just because you are liberated, you cannot enter into Vaikuntha. Just because you are liberated, you cannot enter into Vaikuntha. Durvasa Muni, he tried to go to Vaikuntha to seek the protection of Vishnu. Vishnu refused protection. Vishnu allowed him to enter, but he wanted to teach Durvasa Muni a lesson. And Vishnu said, I am not independent. Vishnu is a supremely independent personality. And he is telling Durvasa Muni, I am not independent, you see. The Supreme Lord. But I have sold myself out completely to my pure devotees. Completely under the control of my pure devotees. So you want some help? Better you go to Ambarish Maharaj, my pure devotee. He can help. He could have done that right in the beginning, no? He was right in front of Ambarish Maharaj. He's thinking, who is this Ambarish Maharaj? One insignificant king, emperor of this earth planet, tiny earth planet. Durvasa Muni belongs to Brahmaloka. I am Durvasa Muni, resident of Brahmaloka. I have so many mystic powers. I'm so learned. Sage. So with that false ego, he looked down upon Ambarish Maharaj. My point is, only a devotee knows what is the position of a pure devotee and what is the position of the Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Only a devotee knows. Others cannot understand or know, ever. Never possible. Even to understand a pure devotee's position, one has to become a devotee. Only a devotee can know what is the position of a pure devotee. So therefore, here it is said that Krishna, when he decided to appear as the son of Devaki, he decided to appear with Jiva Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, and Shakti Tattva. Because all the three had some part to play in Krishna's appearance. Brahma is the Jiva Tattva who went and prayed to the Supreme Lord, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, that you have to remedy. You have to give a solution to the overburdened earth, which is being overburdened by demoniac persons posing as kings. And none of the devatas are able to do anything. So Brahma prayed to the Supreme Lord, you kindly appear. Then Balaram, Vishnu Tattva, he also appeared. First he appeared, he entered the womb of Devaki. Then, according to Krishna's order, he was transferred to the womb of Rohini by Yogamaya. So here Prabhupada says, Yogamaya thought, how can I do that? It's a very heavy task for me. So Krishna blessed Yogamaya that by your power you will not be able to, but I am blessing you. I am giving you the power to transfer Balaram from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. By my power you will be able to do it. So, Prabhupada says, by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, anyone can do anything. Anyone can do it. So, it is always by the grace of the Supreme Lord that devotee sometimes exhibits more power than the Supreme Lord. When Hanuman had to cross the Indian Ocean to reach Lanka, he just decided to jump across, and very easily did it. But when Rama came, Rama thought, how can I cross? So Rama decided, let me build a bridge. So apparently Hanuman could easily cross, but Rama had to build a bridge and had to walk across. To cross the bridge, he had to walk all the way. So these are all transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Where is Hanuman getting the power to jump across this Indian Ocean to reach Lanka? It is from Rama himself. Rama's own power. But a devotee becomes empowered by the Supreme Lord. So therefore, devotee's position is also very, very special. Devotee's position also very special. So therefore, Yogamaya was empowered to transfer Balaram from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, and she herself was blessed to appear as the daughter of Yashoda and Nanda. Yashoda means one who gives fame. So Yogamaya became famous after she appeared as the daughter of Yashoda. She became famous. So that is Krishna's blessing upon Yogamaya. So ultimately, the lesson for us is everything is dependent on the mercy of Krishna, on the blessings of Krishna. Even we as devotees should never at any moment think, because I am a devotee, I have got some powers, or I got some ability, I got some strength. No. It's only because of the blessing of the Supreme Lord. And there can't be any other reason or factor. Prabhupada, before he passed away, the last words of Prabhupada were, everything is moving, working, acting simply by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. This is Krishna consciousness. Many times Prabhupada said this, and he said this finally. Always we should remember this. That never forget Krishna, always remember Krishna, always understand that Krishna is the only source of everything. It is only His mercy. We are totally dependent. But His mercy is not available for anybody and everybody just like that. His mercy is also available only through a particular channel, and that is the channel of His pure devotee. And that also the channel of pure devotee through the disciplic succession. Even pure devotee, you can't simply go and approach pure devotee. You have to approach the pure devotee through the disciplic succession. As Prabhupada says, one should approach the current link in the parampara. Current link. Otherwise, pure devotees are eternally there. You can't simply approach any pure devotee. As much as you cannot simply approach the Supreme Lord, you have to approach through the channel of disciplic succession, the current link in the parampara. And then it becomes possible to get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. And then once you have the mercy of the Lord, you can do anything. Anything can be done by anyone by the mercy of the Supreme. I'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.